Hello everyone, welcome back. Listen, I know my blush is looking a little bit crazy. I changed my eye look and the blush matched the other eye look, and then I changed the colour and everything completely changed. Listen, today we are talking about a fragrance launch that has created a surprising amount of, I guess, controversy. No, that's not the right word. Discussion online over the past few weeks. The fragrance is the Easy Bake Intense from Huda Beauty. I actually have a PR sent to me. I haven't smelled it yet. I haven't even opened this really. We'll have a little look inside there. If you've spent any time on fragrance TikTok, YouTube, or fragrance Instagram recently, you've probably seen people talk about this fragrance in particular. The reason isn't necessarily the fragrance itself. It's because a review of a fragrance by fragrance content creator Daniel Rene posted his thoughts on Easy Bake Intense, and his comments kind of rubbed some people the wrong way, including Huda herself. And people are debating on whether or not they agree with him or they disagree with him. I'll get into that a little bit more. I just wanted to let you know before we get to a whole video that myself and my brother James are taking our sold out London show to the US. We are going to New York and we are going to LA. The show is a mix of all our YouTube channels all together. It's a really fun night. We have VIP tickets available, which is a meet and greet, and we also do have standard tickets available as well. Not standing, standard. I feel like I don't say that word clear enough. So we will be in Los Angeles on the 25th of September this year at the Regent Theatre, and we'll be in New York on the 28th of September at the Gramercy Theatre. This is just a one-off for now, so do get tickets if you can. If you want to, I'll leave all the links in the description box down below for you. Okay, let's get into it. Hi everyone, it's me. Literally today, the day I'm posting this video, we need to have just a tiny little chat, right? Before we get into the rest of this video. It has come to my attention that some people, I actually don't know who, because my wonderful researcher who helps me get all my bits together for these kind of videos, and all the videos over my reaction channel. She's incredible. She is everywhere on the internet. So she sees everything. She kind of brought to my attention that some people have said about my commentary or reaction style videos in general, that my opinion comes from, it's so ridiculous. Because anyone who knows me would laugh at this. My opinion of, you know, the situations, how I feel about these situations, comes from other people's opinions. So I believe it was said something along the lines of, and I can't remember if it was Reddit or in the comments of another video, that I wait around to see how the situation plays out. Then I record my videos depending on how everyone feels about the situation. There's a few reasons why this is complete bullshit. One, I don't give a fuck about everyone else's opinion. Do you not know me well enough well, you obviously don't, well enough by now, that I am going to just give my opinion, no matter what. Like, no one else's opinion is going to sway mine unless they are involved in the situation itself and have evidence to show something against my opinion, right? Second of all, leading on to that, and then I'll get into some technical bits in a minute, I am a 37-year-old man. Out of all of this, I'm a 37-year-old man. The only people whose opinion I care about is my husband's family, my family, and my close friends, who I have about 4 of them. That's it. They're the only people's opinions I really do care about. Sorry, but I'm this old. I'm not looking to make new friends. I'm not looking to impress other people. Just fact. I think people think that every single influencer and content creator lives in this world where we are all in constant contact with each other. We're talking to brands like, oh, please send me product. Oh, please send me this. Talking to other influencers. Not at all. Not one bit. I have no friends who are content creators. I don't consider any other content creators close friends enough to change my opinion about anything that's going on. I very much live in my own world. Your world might be looking at all these other influencers and seeing what they're saying. But my world is coming into this room in my house where me and my husband lives with my 2 dogs. I record, I edit, I get on with my life. I don't know how else to explain that no one's opinion matters to me in a way that doesn't sound rude. Again, unless they are presenting facts, in a way that I will never change my opinion because of what everyone else is saying, right? Understood? Let's move on to something else. My videos are recorded minimum a week in advance. Usually it's 2 weeks in advance. In fact, in October, you are going to be seeing videos that I have recorded next week because I'm not in the country the whole of October. So whenever you are watching a video, apart from this right now, which I'm recording on the day I'm posting, or something very specific happens and I need to get it out right now, majority of the time it has been recorded at least a week in advance. It could be 2 weeks. On my reaction channel, it could be 3 weeks. I am not a breaking news channel. I'm not the news. You know what I mean? And there's a few reasons I don't mind posting content about certain situations a little bit later. One, because let's take the Patrick Tar video, for example, the whole situation. So much happens in a space of about 2 weeks. We've had 2 apologies. We've had a podcast. We've had all this other stuff. So when I record a video in 1 week and then post it, it's outdated by the next week. So I hang around a little bit, see how much information there is. We all know this deal now. Someone does something fucking stupid. They try and defend themselves. A week later, we get a shit apology and then we get another apology later on. So I just wait. I just hang around. Then a week later, I'll post that video. Here's another thing. Monday, I filmed 3 videos for my makeup channel. This one. Tuesday, I filmed 5 videos for my reaction channel. Wednesday, I edit every single piece of content you see from me. I edit apart from Facebook. That's a whole other story. But that is just taken from my content. But other than that, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, everything is edited by me. So Wednesday, I'm editing. Thursday, I'm filming for mine and my brother's joint channel, or I'm editing. Friday, I film short form content for TikTok, Instagram. Saturday, I edit that content. Sunday, I will film again if I have time to, if I'm not doing everything over the weekend. Yes, that's 7 days. I do not have time to wait around and see what everyone else's opinion is. One, because I'm not watching everyone else's opinion, but also I just don't have a fucking time. So you can see I'm very busy. Off my own back, I keep myself very busy. I very much enjoy working. So I do not have time to let the situation happen, wait to see what everyone else is saying about it, then record my video or say to my researcher, okay, let's gather loads of bits together. I'm sending her this, she's sending me this. We're talking about how I feel about the situation. I don't have fucking time, because then you'll get it 2 months later. You know what I mean? Also, let's just remember, just because you don't like my opinion, it doesn't mean it's not my opinion. It doesn't mean that you are correct and I'm incorrect. It's an opinion, right? Okay. I don't know how else to get this across. I am not like that stereotypical influencer a lot of people think of when they think of an influencer. I'm not sucking the asshole of brands. I'm not sucking the asshole of other content creators. I'm not chatting to influencers. We're not all like, oh my God, we're best friends. No. It's not like that at all. I don't consider myself in that world. Online I do, but in real life, I'm not. I do not know how else to tell you that in my personal life, the community I have is all I need, and I do not give a shit about anyone else's opinion. I hope that makes sense without me sounding like an absolute asshole, but I just had to get that across. One other thing I would say is, and I'm just going to turn this back on the people who watch my content and then say, oh, that's not his opinion. If you do not trust me, if you think I am somebody who would give my opinion based on everyone else's, what the fuck are you doing watching my content? Why are you putting yourself through watching someone's content who you do not trust and do not like? I have to ask you that. Because you bet on Instagram, I have people muted, I have people blocked. I don't want to see their shit if I don't trust them. No, I don't want their opinion. So what are you doing? Why are you giving me a platform if you don't trust me? Come on. A big part of my life is my work. But being friendly with brands and being friendly with influencers is not part of my life. My money, my main income comes from YouTube. The adverts that you watch before this video, the adverts you watch mid-roll, they pay Google to be there, and then Google pay me when you watch that advert. I could live without another brand deal for the rest of my life. A few things to take away from this. Don't care about anyone else's opinion on subjects that I talk about. Do not care. In terms of people making content about it, I do not care about their opinion. 2, I do not have time to wait around to make videos. I'm so fucking busy. I can't even tell you. I hope I've shown you my kind of routine of filming, right? 3, These videos take time to research, they take time to wait and play out, and then give my opinion. 4. Stop following people you don't trust. Stop giving platforms to people you do not trust. Do I think I deserve your trust? Yes, I do. Do I think if you don't trust me, you should still follow me? No. Why are you doing that to yourself? Mentally, why are you doing that to yourself? Okay, that's my little rant here. So please enjoy this video about the Huda Beauty situation that I filmed about a week and a half ago now. And if we disagree in some content in this video, then that's absolutely fine. But my opinion is always and will always be my own, never swayed by anyone. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So as I mentioned, some of the comments that were made in this review were kind of seen as a little bit unfair. Some people said they were fair and some people said they weren't. We're going to talk about why they could be either way. Eventually, the conversation came back big enough that Huda herself responded publicly. Now, as I said, I want to be completely transparent. I have not smelled this fragrance. I haven't cracked it open. I will smell it at the end. We'll find out exactly what I think at the end. But I deliberately wanted to keep my first impression to on camera. I didn't want my opinion of the fragrance to kind of sway how I'm watching Daniel's review. I didn't want my opinion influenced by Huda's response. So I'm keeping it under wraps for now. But the fragrance is right here. It's sitting right beside me. We're going to smell it together and see what the deal is. But before we smell it, let's talk about exactly what happened. You know, online, clips can get clipped. Things can look a little bit out of context, you know? But, I mean, this review is quite clear. I want you to take a look at Daniel's review here with me.
Huda, why'd you do that, bro? Why did you do that? Well, if anybody knows how to create hype, it would be Huda Beauty. Now, nobody at all is going to doubt my love for the original Easy Bake. I loved it so much that I had like a full panic attack when I was down to my last bottle about a year ago. And I ended up finding in the third-party market like 5 unopened boxes. So I bought those too. I still have like 3 left. And everybody knows that we had Kiss a Gala done by Paris Corner because Easy Bake, the original, is continued. Paris Corner's Kiss a Gala, Chef's Kiss. So let's go ahead and open and unbox Huda Beauty and see where this is going. So Easy Bake Intense Eau de Parfum, Wild.
So we all know Huda has already had the Easy Bake fragrance out. It's meant to smell like her Easy Bake powders, you know, the loose powders that you can get. They're quite heavily fragranced, and people are like, love the smell. Why not make a fragrance of it?
Cherry, white flowers, cinnamon bark, and caramel milk, bourbon vanilla. It's interesting because it says caramel milk in the lineup here, but when you look up on Fragrantica, it says milk. That's different. Caramel milk and caramel are different things. So I'm interested to see what happens there. She's looking fabulous as always. Look at her. Of course, she's Huda Beauty. So I will say this whole reminiscent of a Louis Vuitton packaging. I mean, if I do say so myself, I'm impressed. People are really going to have to up their game with their packaging of their fragrances because between Midnight Sin and Huda Beauty, Mama, we're raising the bar. Ow. Okay, so here she goes. I love that the inside is suede. This is nice and cushioned. Oh, shit. Oh, God. Okay, so I had smelled her yesterday when I got back from like a 15-day trip. I thought maybe I was tired. Maybe my body was just needing sleep. So I slept. And this is a very medicinal, feet, almost fishy smelling cherry. I'm very surprised.
Fishy smelling cherry.
It's almost like you took the original DNA of Easy Bake and softened it, which with the name Intense, I'm very surprised because this shit was a beast. Why would you name it Intense and soften it with milk? And then add this very synthetic syrupy cherry. I don't know if it is synthetic or not. It just smells synthetic, medicinal almost. It's kind of the same cherry that I get from Black Opium Over Red, which many of us know literally smells like medicine. Boy, am I glad I didn't wind up having the scheduled time to go to the launch party because, man, would that have been fucking awkward.
So obviously he didn't like it. Thought it sounded like fish. But you know what I find interesting is that he said that he really liked the original, you know, fragrance. He was a fan of the fragrance before. So that's why it makes his reaction to the fragrance a little bit more like, oh, that's strange. What's also in my mind about reviewing fragrance is the only area that us as viewers can't see or smell. You know, with makeup, we can see the result. We can decide, oh, this is so dirty. Decide ourselves if we really like it. With fragrance, we rely on the people in the video telling us what it smells like. But fragrance is very personal to everyone, right? I have this very strange thing with fragrance. What I smell isn't what everyone else smells. There is a fragrance that I love on everyone else. It's one of the eccentric molecules fragrances, which smells incredible on everyone. When I wear it, all I can smell is egg. And I mean scrambled egg, hotel buffet scrambled egg, my favorite kind of scrambled egg, but I don't want to smell like it. You know what I mean? So I really do smell things that aren't in a lot of people's mind when they smell something. This fragrance I got, this is from Gucci. This is a Tears of something. Tears of what? I can't read calligraphy. Tears of someone. Tears of someone's tears. The reason I bought it is because I really liked the smell. Because the smell reminded me of being in school, little school, and going into the assembly hall after lunch period, and the floor had been bleached. It had a very particular smell. So the reason I bought this fragrance is because it smells like a hall that's been bleached, a food hall that's been bleached. It reminded me of something. You know what I mean? Whereas no one else is going to get that. No one is going to get that from that fragrance. It smells medicinal. It smells like strength. Have you ever watched a Real Housewives where one of Mary tells the other housewife, Jen, that she smelled like hospital? And I do get that because I love oud smells, right? But when they're really strong, I smell chemically disinfectant smells. I actually really like the smell, but I do understand that. You know what I mean? So I get people smell different things. Before we get to Huda's response, we do need to understand that people smell fragrance differently. That was my whole point in that, me going off there. And when people describe fragrance online, people can split off into two different camps, right? The people that are like, I smell exactly the same thing, or there's no way that smells like that, that's not what I can smell. Very polarizing opinions. But what if they are both describing exactly what they're smelling? What if somebody does smell fish? What if somebody does smell egg? But the other people are like, I smell cherry. I smell something else, musk. So I need to read this little bit of research here. So scientists estimate, right, that humans have around 400 different types of smell receptors, and these receptors that sit inside the nose are responsible for detecting aroma. So when you smell a fragrance, or when you smell something, you're not just smelling one flat smell. There's different levels to that smell, and your nose is picking up on all those different fragrances. But what's also interesting is that not everyone's receptors are exactly the same, and even the tiniest genetic difference can affect how strongly we detect certain molecules, right? So flat out, straight up, not everyone is smelling the same thing all the time. So let's see what Huda's response to this was.
I just saw Daniel Renee's video.
Huda, why'd you do that, bro?
Who I don't know if you guys know who he is. He's just like this fragrance influencer.
Well, I want some fries. Want some?
He basically was saying our fragrance smells like fish.
It's a very medicinal, feet, almost fishy smelling cherry.
I'm supposed to be in the campaign, and he was like following up with us so much. He was even willing to fight through the war to be in the campaign.
Boy, am I glad I didn't wind up having the scheduled time to go to the launch party, because man, would that have been fucking awkward.
And the reason why we didn't end up doing it with him is because we heard he was really problematic.
Chicken wings that I owe.
And he can be really salty. So I don't know if whether or not those things are true, but he said our fragrance smells like fish.
Between Midnight Sin and Huda Beauty, mama, we're raising the bar.
It smells nothing like fish. I had in the review saying it's $100 and it's steep. It's not $90 to $100, it's $79.
Oh.
Ow.
Okay, so obviously there was a bit of like digging there, a bit of jabbing. Here's what Huda says about her own fragrance. I wanted Easy Bake fragrance to feel rich, sexy and intense, because when it's truly you, it's never too much. Developed over 100 plus iterations in collaboration with renowned principal perfumer Hamid Murati Kashani, Every detail was designed to feel just right, from the richness of each note to the long-lasting addictive trail, creating a scent experience that feels rich, sexy, and unforgettable. Okay, so there's obviously a bit of a personal thing going on there. I won't get into it. It's fine. Huda doesn't think it smells like fish. This is what came with the PR. You can see that the fragrances in here are wild cherry, white flower, cinnamon bark, and caramel milk, and vanilla bourbon. I have fragrance favorites because I do have quite a large fragrance collection, and sometimes you forget what they smell like and you want to smell them a bit before. Okay, I think this is a box that comes in. I don't think this is just a PR thing. I think this is a box that comes in. So this is 70 pounds. So around $70. So I don't know why he said it was around $100. Yeah, so $79. The small version is $30, and you can get like a little travel spray fragrance holder with charms. Ooh. Oh, so that's a fragrance holder with the charms. It like, this bit comes out and then you stick it in there. I'm not going to open that. I won't deal with that right now. So this is it. Okay, so we're going to try it on the skin. No, I'm going to sniff the lid first. Let's have a little sniff of the lid, see if I can smell anything. The packaging is really nice. This is heavy. This is actually quite nice packaging. I like that. Okay, can we bear in mind I'm really terrible at describing fragrance, but what I smell just in the lid is vanilla. It smells like, to be honest with you, a lot of fragrances I know, it doesn't smell unique in any way from this one smell. It's nice, don't get me wrong, it's very nice. Let's do a little spray on the paper. I'm trying to smell fish. I'm trying to understand where the smell of fish could come from, but I can't smell fish. I can smell cherry. I can smell a deep cherry, like a deep dark cherry. But to me, it smells fresher than that. I do kind of agree that it's not as intense as Easy Bake was before I got Easy Bake in PR. But here's the thing with fragrances, me and fragrances. I love to wear a fragrance that I'm like, I could sniff all day. I don't want it to give me a headache. I don't want it to I get headachy with fragrances, especially with candles. I don't want it to hurt me here. That sounds really strange. If that makes sense to you, can you let me know? The fragrance gives me a headache here. This I can sniff all day. This is really nice. This is really beautiful. I would describe it as more of an evening fragrance, so maybe that intensity is there. And by evening, I don't mean you can only wear an evening. I mean it has that heavierness to it in terms of a fragrance. Like it doesn't smell like a fruit. It doesn't smell like a, clean laundry. It doesn't smell like that. It smells like fragrance. It does smell like cherry. I don't smell the cinnamon at all one bit, but I'm sure that's just an underlying thing. I'm trying to get fish. I'm thinking of all the fish. I'm really trying to get fish. But I just don't smell that. No, I don't smell fish at all. But as we said, people smell things differently. Let's try on the skin. Oh wow, that actually smells completely different now it's on my hand. See, there's a lot. I don't think my body is made for fragrance. I think I turn a lot of fragrances wrong. Because there's no way that's how that's meant to smell. It doesn't smell like fish, by the way, that's not what I'm saying. It smells completely different to how it does on the paper on my skin. Wow, what is that? Okay, I do get slightly medicinal, but not really. I really had to go there and think, but again, I don't mind that smell. Okay, I've cut to my phone because my memory card was full, but I'm so close to the end of this video. I'm smelling it on my skin and it's two completely different smells. I'm getting on paper what it says in the description, that vanilla, that cherry. On my skin, I'm getting floral. It smells like Joe Malone-esque, that kind of like floral, wild flowers kind of fragrance. It's very, very confusing for me. Now, I'm not a good fragrance person. You know what I mean? Like I buy things from memory. I buy things because it's like, oh, this smells like that one time I went to that one place and the hotel smelled nice. This is a beautiful fragrance. It smells really, really good. I wouldn't be offended if somebody sat next to me and wore this. I didn't get fish. I did get slightly medicinal, but we all do get different scents when we breathe in, right? When we smell these fragrances. Yeah, so I guess I'll leave it there. Thank you so much for joining me. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you have not already. The tickets to the live show are down below in that description box for you. Let me know, do you have a fragrance that you absolutely love that everyone hates, or the other way around? Is there one that you hate that everyone loves because it smells different on you? Let me know down below in the comments and I will see you very, very soon. Bye.